Merry Christmas, everyone, and welcome back to another day of this year's Inkvent Calendar. Today is December 9th, so let's see what Diamine has for us today. Ah, nice. This one is called Moonbeam, and this one is another chameleon ink. The grays in these calendars have been some of my favorites in the past, so maybe this one will be too. I'm going to swatch this one on my color ring, on Tomoe River, and on Midori. This turns out to be a little bit darker than I expected. It's more of a charcoal than a medium gray. Or maybe I just put down too much ink. But the glitter really shows up. Under this light, the shimmer appears to be kind of a turquoise green. On the Tomoe River, the ink isn't quite as dark, and the warm tone of the Midori really shows up with this ink, and it ends up looking slightly green. I re-swatched this ink without any glitter to see if I can get a better idea of the subtleties of this gray's color, and again, it dries down darker than I had expected, but it seems pretty neutral, maybe a little green. In fact, Pilot Namiki Black is pretty similar, and my Sailor Giant Stag Beetle is also really close. Looking at my two Mitsuo inks, the Sumizome is also very close, and the Yuren is much warmer. And inks like Earl Grey and Dominant Industry Downpour and all these others are a lot lighter, and the Moonbeam looks a little bit more green. I did try to make a little painting with this ink too, but it didn't turn out as well as I had hoped. I almost just threw it out, but since I have it here. This was supposed to be a little lake in the moonlight, but I accidentally darkened this part of the sky where the moon is supposed to be too much, so it loses the effect. But the gray ends up looking pretty neutral here across the whole painting, and it doesn't really separate out into different colors, which is interesting. And I also did a few writing samples. I started off on Cosmo Air Snow, and then I tried B7 Bulky, but I thought it was a little too much like Cosmo, so I also used Waringel's Nobile paper, which is a heavy 200 GSM paper. I generally like gray inks, and although I'm not a huge fan of glittery inks, I do think that this glitter makes for a very pretty combination in this one. What do you all think? And that's it for today. Don't forget to give the video a thumbs up if you like this sort of thing, and I'll see you all back here again tomorrow with another new bottle of ink.